Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Kara Shirley, your digital news desk host, and it is Monday, July the 7th. I hope you all had a great 4th of July weekend and got to celebrate with friends and family and lots of fireworks. So it is a very hot day outside. We're going to be looking at our forecast in just a little bit. I do want to say if you're tuning in on our mobile app or our website, thank you so much for watching. And if you are on our social streams, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, thank you so much for tuning in there. Don't forget, you can always join the conversation there. If you have any comments, thoughts, questions, or suggestions, feel free to put those in the comment section. And if you're watching today, let me know where you're watching from and how was your fourth? Let me know that too. Shakaya here says hello to everyone. So hello to you as well, Shakaya. I hope you're having a great weekend and I hope you're having a good day. So before we look at the news to jump into that, let's take a look outside right now over downtown Jackson, courtesy of our Jackson Water Skycam. And you can see beautiful day out, but it's a very hot day as well. So again, we're going to look at that forecast in just a little bit. And at 2:30 today, our first alert weather team will be here to give you an in-depth look at the forecast. So make sure you are here then for them. We'll go ahead and get into the news now and let you know about an announcement that was just made just a little while ago during a press conference from Chief Joseph Wade regarding a shooting that happened in Jackson on Friday. So this deadly shooting happened on AME Logan Street. And let me get this pulled up for you guys. Here we go. Here is the map so you can see exactly where this happened, the scene of the shooting. AME Logan Street, which is just off of John R. Lynch Street. Again, this happened on Friday. Detectives learned that 45-year-old Adrian Triggs was shot at this location. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital. JPD announced today that they are looking for Kaiza Young at age 35 for the murder of Triggs. So according to Chief Wade, she Young was the girlfriend of Triggs. She's also accused of leaving the scene in his white Honda Accord. Chief Wade said that she is considered armed and dangerous, and this is an ongoing investigation. So if you have any information on this, you are asked to please contact Jackson Police Department. We do have a picture of her, but I am waiting to get that. And before we leave today, we will come back to this story and I will show you the picture of the suspect. Again, she is 35 years old. Her name is Akiza, Aciza. I may be pronouncing that wrong. Last name Young, and she is considered armed and dangerous. So if you have any information on her whereabouts, please contact Jackson Police Department. Tammy here asking what happened. Tammy, what we're talking about here is a shooting that happened in Jackson where 45-year-old Adrian Triggs was shot and killed on Friday. So this happened at AME Logan Street. And again, we do have a suspect that has been named in this case. I'm working to get the picture. And as soon as we get that, I will, or as soon as I'm able to get that, I will share that picture with you guys so that you can see the suspect in this this shooting that happened. And now we go to Florence, where one person was killed in a fatal car accident that happened. Rankin County Coroner David Ruth tells us that it happened on White Road and Cleary Road. One person died while another person was taken to the hospital. Their identity has not yet been released. And also here in Jackson, but within the Capitol Police area, they are investigating after two people were shot early Sunday morning. So officials tell us that here at 3 on Your Side that the shooting happened around 3:19 a.m. Said Capitol police officers responded to a call regarding the shooting on a Wilmington Street. When officers arrived, they found that two people were suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Both victims were pronounced dead on the scene. At this time, no arrests have been made in this shooting. And of course, if you have any information, you are asked to contact Capitol Police at 601-359 3125. Again, Capitol Police 601-359-3125. Now, I want to go back to the murder that we talked about at the beginning of the show today that happened in Jackson on Friday, where the Chief Joseph Wade announced earlier today at a press conference. It was actually about an hour ago or less that he announced a suspect in the murder of 45-year-old Adrian Triggs. So again, this murder happened on AME Logan Street, north of John R. Lynch Street. This happened on Friday, on July the 4th. Triggs was shot and killed. Adrian Triggs is the girlfriend, and she is wanted for this murder. She is 35 years old. Here is a picture of her, what we have right now. This is what Chief Joseph Wade held up during the press conference. So this is what we have right now. Of course, this is her on the sheet of paper that he is holding up. So her name is Akiza, Aciza. I may be pronouncing that wrong, and I apologize if I am. But her first name, Aciza, last name, Young. She is wanted for the murder of Triggs. She's 35 years old. Chief Wade also said that she is accused of leaving the scene in the victim's white Honda Accord, which she will be facing charges for that as well. And Chief Wade said that she is considered armed and dangerous. So if you have any information on the whereabouts of this woman here on your screen on the sheet of paper that Chief Wade is holding up, please contact Crime Stoppers or Jackson Police Department and pass that information along to them. Now we're going to an accident that happened in near the Natchez Trace on the Pearl River yesterday. Several agencies responded to the Pearl River north of the res for a water skiing accident that happened. So here is the location of where this water skiing accident happened. Officials tell us that the Mississippi Wildlife Fisheries Parks and Reservoir Patrol responded to the Pearl River near Ratliff Ferry Trading Post. You are now looking here. Oh, 1 second. This is it. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Let me take care of somebody. Okay, here we go. So sorry about that, but this is exclusive video of the scene. This is where law enforcement pulled the victim out of the water. So just after 4:00 yesterday afternoon, officials were trying to get the victim to the boat ramp so they could airlift him to a local hospital. According to res police, after officers pulled the man from the water, he was responsive and was talking to first responders. The victim's identity and his condition are unknown at this time, but we are certainly keeping him in our thoughts and prayers. And also developing here in the capital city, 4 arrests have been made in another deadly shooting that happened on the 4th of July. The Jackson police say that the shooting happened on Cooper Road, where the victim was pronounced dead at the scene. A JPD identified the victim as 23-year-old Gabriel King. The 4 suspects have been arrested in this case. Have 24-year-old Cameron Russell and 2 17-year-olds are charged with murder. You can see Cameron Russell here on your screen. 22-year-old Daniel Taylor is being charged with accessory after the fact, and you can see him on your screen as well. So if you have any additional information on this shooting that happened, again, this one also happened on the 4th, and it happened on Cooper Road. But if you have any additional information, please contact Jackson Police Department or Crime Stoppers. And Fayette police need your help in finding this man on your screen, 30-year-old Terrell White. He is wanted for domestic violence and aggravated assault for an incident that happened on Saturday. So if you have any information on his whereabouts, please contact the Fayette Police Department. I see a lot of you here on our screen or our social feed here. We got Britt from Kosciuszko. Hey, Britt. Shar from just Gilbert, Howard, out Arizona. Hey, Shar, thank you so much for tuning in. And then Miss Melissa Price. Hello to all of you. And Tanya Kendrick. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you very much. Now, coming here back to Jackson, we're talking about Jackson Water. They have released their 2024 water quality report, and it shows that there were some violations reported in your water. So, according to the report, there were exceedances of disinfectant byproducts found in the third and fourth quarter on the surface water system, and in the first, second, and third quarters on the well water system. In each case, Jackson Water notified the public about the issue, what it was doing to address them, and the impacts it could have on health. Lead has not been detected in the waters leaving the city's treatment facilities. Jackson Water says they are evaluating corrective actions to their treatment facilities to stabilize the distribution system, and they will continue to do so until a steady downward trend of disinfectant byproduct formation is achieved. So that was from their 2024 water quality test. And now going to North Mississippi, where Timothy Harrington's retrial is set to be discussed today for in court for what they call a docket call. So this is where multiple topics can be discussed, including the location of the trial that is set to go to trial in October. However, we still don't know the location of where that trial will be held. They were granted a change of venue, but we don't know where that change is going to take place. So Harrington is accused of killing his Ole Miss classmate Jimmy J. Lee in July of 2022. His first trial ended in a hung jury. At that time, Lee's body had not yet been found. Well, in February, after the trial, deer hunters discovered his remains in Carroll County, Mississippi. So Harrington was reindicted there shortly after and will be going to trial again in October. Hopefully today we will get information on where that new trial will take place. And when we get that information, we will certainly pass it on to you. And staying in North Mississippi, the Panola County Sheriff's Office is investigating a train derailment in the town of Sardis. So this happened on Saturday, and let me actually get this to be a full screen for you guys so you can see better pictures. So you can see in this video multiple train cars stacked on top of each other with flames coming up out of one of the cars. So according to the fire department, no significant injuries have been reported. No word yet on what caused the derailment, but of course, we will keep you updated as soon as we learn more. And in Marshall County, multiple school buses were set on fire. So this is what first responders found when they first arrived late Saturday morning, just before noon. According to Marshall County Sheriff Kenny Dickerson, 3 buses were set on fire at the H.W. Byers school parking lot in Holly Springs. Investigators say that they have made an arrest in this case. So far, 2 juveniles have been arrested. Their charges have not been released. And kids, if you don't want to go back to school, setting school buses on fire is not the way to achieve that. That is not going to turn out good for you. Please don't do that. As soon as if we get any additional information on that case, we will certainly pass it along to you. And deadlines are approaching in a federal trial for the former officers federally convicted in Tyree Nichols' death. So today is the deadline for the government to respond to the defense's request for more information in the case. The deadline was set by Judge Cheryl Lipman, who took over the case for Judge Mark Norris, who recused himself last month just before sentencing. A sentencing date has yet to be finalized, but officers are expected to return to federal court on the 24th of this month. Well, before we look at our forecast and look at some things that are coming up this weekend, also some things that happened this past weekend, let's hear from our
About our water system? Join the Jackson Water Academy to get the inside scoop on our water and sewer operations. 3 sessions, 3 months, and a whole lot of hands-on know-how. You'll even get a behind-the-scenes tour of the O.B. Curtis Water Treatment Plant. So if you're ready to dive in, head to jacksonwater.com/water academy or give us a ring at 601-500-5200 to apply. But hurry, spots are going fast.
And again, thanks to Jackson Water for sponsoring WLBT Plus, making it possible for us to bring you this show weekdays at 1 o'clock. All right, so let's take a look at our forecast right now. See what we're dealing with outside right now. Our temperatures are sitting in the low 90s. However, the feels like is a lot higher. Currently in Jackson right now, feel like degrees is 102 degrees. So while we may be sitting at 93, it feels like it's over 100 out there. Very hot. So if you are outside, please make sure to stay hydrated, take frequent breaks in the air conditioning, or at the very least, the shade, and don't overdo it, especially if you are my husband listening to this right now. Don't overdo it outside. Looking at our current radar, you can see we don't have any rain in our immediate area. And if we look at the next 12 hours, there is a little slight chance of rain around 5 o'clock, which is just your typical summertime afternoon showers. But as we go into the overnight hours, that chance of rain drops down to zero. Then our next 7 days, pretty much a copy and paste type of forecast, and sitting in the 90s, low 90s, and 20 to 40% chance of rain across the board. But the one thing that you really need to be aware of and be paying attention to is the heat indices. It is going to be very high for the rest of this week. So you want to make sure you take the proper precautions to keep yourself or anyone else that you may be with outside safe. Our first alert weather team will be here at 2:30 today, giving you that full detailed forecast. So make sure you're here with them, and they will be able to give you all of the details on the heat feel like temperatures out there, what it's going to be like as we go into the later part of the week, and better ways to prepare for that heat. Now we'll look at some that happened this past weekend. Our local organization spent the weekend giving back to kids with a school supply giveaway. So the giveaway was hosted by the Alfred and Ed Williams Fish Foundation. So FISH stands for Fishermen in Service of Him. The foundation hosts events in honor of the two men for their role in pioneering bass fishing here in Jackson. Alfred was inducted into the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame last year. That's awesome. He is the first Black man to receive this honor. That's even more awesome. He says the biggest goal for the foundation is to give back and introduce young people to a new skill set.
If we had more organizations and people want to give back, it would certainly help the community out. We are in great need of especially young Black men to step forward and do something for the community instead of anything negative. They should step forward and do something positive. And that's what we want to do. We want to try to introduce the little kids as they coming up, get their mind on something else or show them something else.
Yes. Well, this is one of the foundation's first events. The Fish Foundation plans to start an annual fishing trip and camp soon. I think that is absolutely amazing. Awesome thing to do. And a lot of people came together here in the capital city over the weekend to support mental health and substance abuse awareness. So the Step Over Defeat walk took place at Smith Park, and there was music and dancing, plus a booth set up to tell you about different resources in the area you can use for support. Before walkers or the runners took off, they were encouraged to let go of anything that may be weighing on them mentally and use the exercise to help them do that. The event was organized by Brandy Simmons, and here's what she hopes you remember when it comes to staying mentally in shape.
What works for you? If you just cleaning up, taking care of yourself, going for a walk like we're doing today, going for a run, calling somebody, having a good conversation, having laughs, and just don't take the losses and the challenges and the obstacles too hard, because you're not the only one that's dealing with them. We're all dealing with the obstacles and challenges. Sometimes we get in our heads and think that we're the only one going through it, and why is this happening to me? We're all going through it. We just have to find a balance between the highs and the lows.
So true. So true. Last year, Simmons held a walk at Callaway High School and hopes the event will continue to grow like it did last year. Dior is saying, are there any updates on the Clinton case that happened on the 30th? Because I don't have an answer to that question right off, but as soon as I get it, I will respond to your comment here on Facebook and let you know if we have received any updates on the case and if we have, what those updates are. Thank you so much for asking the question, though. And looking ahead now, happening this Friday, July the 11th, there's going to be a back to school bash in Vicksburg, and it's going to be happening from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Vicksburg City Park and Pavilion. So, Positive Pathways Behavioral Help is hosting, and they want you to bring your family out to enjoy some music, food, and fun with the community. There will also be a backpack giveaway for students. And on a Saturday, there's another back to school bash. This one's here in Jackson at the district at Eastover. Organizers say they want to start off the 2025-26 school year with a bang. The event is from 11 to 3 and is filled with activities for kids to enjoy, including bounce houses, carnival games, face painting, and an exotic pet or exotic animal encounter. Plus, they said there'll be some appearances by Spider-Man, Bluey, and Miss Rachel. And then also on this Saturday, first responders are going to be hitting the courts for a good cause. You can join them at Jackson Academy for the Battle of the Badges charity basketball tournament. The tournament is in memory of fallen Hinds County Deputy Martin Shields Jr., who died in the line of duty earlier this year. Admission is $20 a person. All of the proceeds go towards college scholarships in Deputy Shields' name. The Hinds County Sheriff's Office, Jackson Police Department, Ridgeland Police Department, Mississippi Highway Patrol, and Jackson Fire Departments are all participating. Tip-off is at 10 and the doors open at 9:30. So get out there and support not only the law enforcement that is going to be playing playing basketball, but also the scholarships for the Hinds County Deputy Martin Shields Jr. Well, that is it for WLBT Plus today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow. I hope you join me then. And of course, make sure you join our First Alert Weather team today at 2:30 for a in-depth look at your forecast. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.